Hi, I'm Jody. I play Defenders of Stonegate, and my biggest wish came true. I got to give Art a present. I can't wait to see if he liked it.
I'm Larissa, and I play Arlen Cadmus. And she also got to do something she's been wanting to do for a while, which is kill a bunch of people with an ice storm.
I am Tim. I play the halfling druid Holt Argan, and I think that druidcraft is the best, worst cantrip in D&D.
I am Kylie, and I play Avrael Arcath, and I have been converted to the way of the croc. They're very comfortable.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm Chuck. I play Elias Blaze, and I'm just shocked that he went to the croc. I mean, all right.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I'm Trevor, play Jethro, the Life Barbarian. Can't wait to see what I get to pick up this game.
And I am Mike, the GM. And did you guys see the thing I posted on Facebook about this crocodile that was carrying a croc in its mouth? The mother croc carrying its young.
Yeah.
Anyway, so there we are. All right, so what are we going to do here, folks? We've got about half of y'all. I can't remember whether it was you two.
I think it was me and Jethro.
Yeah, I think you three were back in the Craftsman. I think the other three had gone to talk to Miriam. So
Yeah, because I didn't remember leaving.
yeah,
I mean,
didn't either.
I know that it's been 2 months.
Yeah, So what's up? What are we gonna do?
I guess we'll wait for the crew to get back.
Y'all been
Okay.
Some still
All right, sorry, I was slightly distracted. Who's where?
You three are back at Miriam at the inn, talking to her,
me.
giving her the spilling the tea, and then the other three of y'all are with Slintel back at the Craftsman clearing.
All right.
So y'all heading back.
Yeah.
Okay. Takes you maybe 5 minutes to walk back to the Craftsman's clearing. Doesn't take long at all. And you guys are hanging out in one of the little shops that kind of been abandoned because if you remember, the elves were no longer doing anything at the Craftsman's clearing because they were so tired of things just getting stolen.
Yeah.
And finally just kind of given up.
Yeah, got wrecked over here.
Right. That's exactly. Yes.
I did miss something. Did we check the drow that we took down just with the hat on them? Did they have anything on
Yes.
them?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
basic
I
drow
remember.
gear.
Yeah, he even had the
Crossbows,
nice.
leather.
Yeah, he even had nice armor or a helmet. I mean, they basically dressed him in crappy
Yeah.
armor and stuff. And yeah, he actually didn't want his weapons or anything back, if you remember, because he was afraid that the other elves would see him with weapons
Yeah.
and kill him. And you guys said, you know what, you're right. They're kind of in a bad place. We're just gonna hide out with you.
It's very far. So that's had good sense.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
A little bit of confusion never hurt anyone.
You're right. So you met back up in the Craftsman's clearing. Sintel says, I can take you to where they are now. It's about probably an hour or two from here. It's still early in the evening, by the way. It's
Okay.
probably about 9 o'clock. So you've got plenty of time to get there. So it's about an hour from here. You probably wouldn't have found it if I don't show you where it is, because they've used illusions to kind of hide where they are. They're in a cave on the western side of the valley. I'll show you. So he takes point.
That's right.
And he begins heading that way, showing you where it's going. He's pretty quiet, pretty sneaky, as far as you guys can tell.
So, quick question for those of y'all that went to go tell the people what we were doing. Was that like hey, we found some information, we're thinking about doing this, or was that just hey, letting you know beforehand we're going to go do a thing?
So,
Well, actually, you guys just talked to Miriam. Didn't tell any of the elves about it.
Okay.
Just kind of letting Miriam know what was on.
Yeah, I think we're
the
just go ahead and
impression
take
that
care
it
of the
was
problem.
ask for forgiveness, not permission.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't think you guys were
I think
really
we're just gonna jump in.
just doing it. All right, so it takes about an hour to walk through the forest. And trees are pretty dense and closely packed together. You're having to kind of work your way through. There's a little bit of underbrush, but again, you're kind of walking with the mountains on your left. The mountain has kind of a gradual slope, and gradually as you continue north, you notice that it turns a little bit more into a cliff face. And after about an hour, Slintel turns toward you and says, "I am getting close." And so you notice he immediately gets a lot more sneaky in his movements. So everybody needs stealth checks unless you want to just, charge in the middle of this place and,
Alright.
Leroy Jenkins at me.
We'll cast pass without a trace.
Everybody gets plus 10.
Nice.
Thank goodness for plus 10.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Because I have disadvantage.
26.
I also got a 26.
Nice, twins.
I got an 18.
Nice.
I did too.
Sweet, that's a low roll.
My first roll was 8.
No, that's not bad.
I would have got twice in my first roll, too.
All right, so here's where you guys are in the lower left corner, or lower right corner, excuse me.
Okay.
You can see that there is a cave that goes this way. Standing outside the cave is this guy. And you only see him because
Big boy.
the only reason you see them, yeah, Slintel points them out. These guys are really, really stealthy. And he goes, I got 2 guards outside the cave, so be careful.
Mm.
So there we go.
And I got a 29 on my stealth check.
Okay.
So
Stealth
I think
check
we
was-
should be good.
I think it was. I said it was 28.
Okay. Where's
Sorry?
Oh, 26.
Okay.
You said 26
You
on your
also got
first one,
26.
Yeah, mine
26.
was also 26.
but you have disadvantage, so what was it?
18, I think she said.
I should have to say.
She
Oh,
also-
18 is like
Who's that?
I had 18.
27. Okay. What'd you get?
18.
I had 18.
Okay. You guys are pretty good shape.
That's what I did.
All right. Flip around to my stats for these bozos. All right.
Thanks, okay.
Okay, cool. All right. Everybody seems to be stealthed. It looks like the drow have not seen you. So what are you going to do?
Goes right to the bag.
Yo, well, that's
You were about to do something, right?
People that think he was
Yes.
going to use the druid craft and
Is there
You can make it smart, huh?
out right here?
I would like to cast Hold Person using a 3rd level spell slot to cast it on 2 people.
Cool.
okay, so I see.
All right. I think you should go sleep spell on.
I don't have to.
It's like sleep is also not very good.
Sleep, yeah, it's awful.
Yeah,
After level 1,
I'd say
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, because they're.
So how close are we to them?
I don't know how many squares we got here. Let's see. Probably
So where's that person? Okay.
I just think it spells
Yeah,
that like
shot
sleep
45.
color spring.
I got
Will
60
have blind
range,
people.
That's why I'm checking.
It's also hit
So we are
by
much
space
spaces.
as well.
Yes.
You roll like 60, like, yeah, 60
All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
Is everything
I
that's
used it on Monday night game, and all I ended up doing was blinding my teammate.
So
Nice.
that was great.
at the end of each turn, they can try to break out of it.
Basic.
All right, so you get 2 people with it. You said.
Yes.
Okay. They need to roll then.
DC 17.
And that is a what kind of save?
It is a Wisdom 17 save.
Okay. Wisdom is actually their worst saving throw.
Oh, excellent.
All right. One of them made it, the other did not. When you cast a spell, one of them immediately locks up like that. His buddy beside him says something in, I don't know, a language you don't recognize, and he immediately starts trying to shaking like, he's not sure what's going on. And then he gets really nervous and starts looking around. Okay?
Well,
I guess I'll. How close are we?
About 45 feet away.
The one, you said one of them was held and the other one's not?
Right.
On the other one, I'm going to cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Okay. TM me with that douche.
Okay. Psychically leash out a creature you can see within range. They make an intelligence saving throw, DC 16. Or failed save, they take 3d psychic damage, and they can't take an action until its next turn.
Oh, wow, that's nice. All right, so imp save, right?
Yes.
16.
Okay. He fails. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll me your damage for him.
So the damage.
it's right out there real quick.
Yeah. Might have to do it.
13 points of damage, and he can't take an action. And on his next turn, he can only take. He can only move, take an action, or a bonus action, but only one of the 3.
All right, so you hit it. You see him kind of clutch his head and let out like that.
18 hit.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
Yep, you're good.
Alright. Time to dagger two.
This is pre-initiative, right?
Yeah, this is a surprise round. Exactly.
Right.
Ooh. None of my dots are hot tonight. Jeez. I got 1, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. So 2,
Sad.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, that's a 6. Alright, I keep forgetting that. The special one is alright, so that's a lot better. So 12 piercing damage. I'm gonna go ahead and pump a level 1 smite as well.
Okay.
Try to make up for the 1 and 2. Alright, and that's another 8 radiant damage.
Death bonus on that?
Oh yeah, I forgot my dexterity bonus. I forgot how to play D&D.
Yeah.
Well,
It's been a minute.
except it's been,
I was like, the dice was 12. Shouldn't it have a little bit more piercing than that?
Yeah,
It's like
right.
another 4 piercing on
Okay.
top of that. So,
And
geez.
is that your magic sword?
Oh, yes, the magic dagger of soul. So it's another one. Jeez, I'm struggling today.
That's all right. All right. He still does not go down. All right, you get him a good shank, and he's still up. So
I'm gonna hit him second attack.
okay.
Be nice to me, please. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be a 14.
14. Oh, that'll miss.
Or if you attack them.
Yeah.
They're a little nimbler than that. Anybody else?
Okay, so how close am I to them?
About
Or
45 feet.
45 feet. Okay. So are any of, because we're not like,
We're
I'm
with
going
a
to do an
separate
acid
colony where we're
arrow.
like,
I'm going to shoot acid arrow
Okay.
at them.
Hot soup.
Sorry, also known as hot soup.
That's a line, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can angle it so you won't hit Avril.
I think it does explode though, doesn't it? Or is it not?
Oh, wait.
Wait, are
Looks
we-
fine.
Are we doing caustic brew or acid arrow?
She's doing Mills. Oh, that's right. She's doing Mills acid arrow. Sorry, not caustic.
So are we on the green part of the map?
You're right over there.
With that white
Target
white figure is.
44 immediately 2d6. On a miss, the arrow splashes. I don't know.
You do damage to him, and then it explodes for more damage.
Alright, so it would
Oh,
hit you
that's it.
then, correct? Is that what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying,
fine. You
possibly?
can go ahead and send.
Well, I can just shoot my gun. It's fine.
send it. The gun's gonna be loud.
Well,
So
fine.
just go ahead and send that arrow. I'll be fine.
Just let him die.
I have advantage against magic.
Actually, it's not an AOE. It is a single target.
Oh, it's a single
spell.
target?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And then if you miss, it does half as much damage. So you're not gonna hit. But as long as you're hitting and don't inadvertently hit around, then you're fine. Yeah. What'd you
Alright, so then I'm going to do a second level pulse acid arrow. I think I
Alright.
click here. Is that how I do it? Yeah.
You have
You
to.
rolled a hit first.
So you're 26?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Alright.
26 is a
Good, Sasha.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to roll my Mills acid arrow. And that's 13.
You hit him. You get splashed with acid. He's been shanked. Splashed with acid. Yeah, he's mind whipped. Poor guy.
And they take, he takes 2d4 acid damage at the end of his next turn.
Right, correct. Next.
Going to 45 away?
Mm-hmm.
Going to move 40 feet.
Yeah.
We'll be about right here. I'm going to throw a hand axe.
There you go.
Whoosh. 15?
No, quite. The axe goes clanging off the side of the wall.
Fantastic. I'm going to throw a javelin.
Okay.
How about 21?
21 will do it, yeah. You know what it was? The axe was just not terribly aerodynamic.
Yeah, yeah.
The javelin's very much better.
It wasn't a nice, expensive.
5 damage.
Balance.
The lowest damage I can
Yeah.
roll.
Wow. All right. He's still up. Next.
Jury or?
Huh?
Did you
Do it
Yeah,
first.
he doesn't help.
Yeah, I went first.
go? Oh, then I'm going to cast silence.
Ooh, all right. That's nice.
I like that.
All right.
Smooth.
I like it.
I think he gets a save or something.
It's just a bubble.
It's just
Yeah,
a
that's
bubble,
what-
so everything in a 20,
Which means you're also silenced.
Yeah, even better.
That's all.
20-foot radius.
Yeah. All right. That's the first round. So let's get our initiatives real quick.
Really? I need to mark off one of mine.
Oof.
That good, huh? Rolls my initiative.
I did pretty good. Take that. I just had to sing to my dice.
My initiative is a 20.
Thanks.
Oh, nice. Like dirty or?
All right. Let's do initiatives real quick.
23.
All right.
Nice.
All right. So anybody above 23?
I got a 29.
Okay. So,
Ooh.
all right. So Kylan's first.
I got a natural 20. So.
Yeah.
You should go like 5 times.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody less than 29? You got a 23, right, sucker?
Mhm.
All right.
Okay, yeah, the rest of us.
Yeah, everyone else is.
Then the drow goes with 22. Oh wow, they are Dixie.
That's two.
They are Dixie.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and attack. Or you
Let me see who else is next. Who's after 22?
I was at 20.
Okay, so then we have Holt. Who comes after 20?
14.
14. What do you got?
Luckily, I have advantage. I have 6.
Yeah.
He,
And
he finished.
Oh, okay.
It would have been
that's the-
3.
Your balls are amazing.
you're in the struggle bus with me
Yeah.
today.
Oh, yeah.
You
Negative
faster
oh,
than me.
on a character.
He's like,
Just to
he's,
see how that
he's
goes.
like, yeah.
Pretty
All right,
fun.
now you got a 6, right?
6.
Okay. All
Oh,
right.
yeah, don't stack that.
That's what you want your barbarian to go last.
All right. So,
He's surveying.
Yeah.
Avriel, you're up first.
Alright, I'm gonna shank that dude.
Get him.
The mind lash one. Yeah, the auto crit would be nice or whatever this or something that was held.
Yep.
26 to hit.
He's in advantage on the attack. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But if he takes a cast,
Still is killed out.
when we cast, it'll
That don't do nothing funky.
um.
There you go, that's a little better.
Second attack on the other one.
Fingers crossed.
But that's fine.
Yeah, right?
Make sure he gets out of it. Nobody's gonna hear the smite, so it's okay.
Yes.
So the slot is a box. You can
19 piercing damage.
Okay.
Right.
He goes down.
Okay.
That's
And then I will turn to his friend.
You notice that also as he falls to the ground, the last of the acid kind of eats his face off and he dies. Yeah, he's done.
I did that.
Yes, right. To his friend, you're gonna just.
What'd you say?
He says,
I'm just mouthing in the
Yeah, right.
Anyone know
Yeah.
SL?
ASL.
What?
SSL?
Yeah.
Stonegate
American
Sign
Sign
Language.
Language. ASL. American Sign Language. There you go.
Oh.
Stonegate
Stonegate
Sign Language.
Stonegate.
Yeah.
Oh, SSL, right. Stonegate Sign Language. Yeah.
So it's advantage on a person?
Yes.
Oh,
You're with
that's
us.
so off.
Anywhere. And then if you're within 5 feet of him, it's auto crit.
So it's just auto crit, damn. Okay, well that's gonna be 24 to hit.
Oh,
Okay.
Easy.
So there's about to be a lot of numbers, I guess.
You're ready. My smite.
I might as well put a smite on there.
There you go.
This one hasn't taken any damage yet, so
Yeah,
I don't think.
I don't think so either.
So he's got some little beat on your front of the ground too. So
They don't happen to be undead or fiends.
no,
They're undead drow.
they're just evil, pure concentrating.
Okay, so 2 plus 3 is 5, 6. So 10 piercing. That's not giving me the full thing yet. 9 rage. Oh god, man. I'm just gonna bust up the calculator. 19.
I got you. That's 19 so far.
Yeah. And then we gotta add the max die rolls. So plus 12 and plus 16.
Okay, gotcha.
Smite?
Yeah, that was the smite on there. Yeah,
Nice.
that was the extra 16 on top of the 9 radiant.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I ain't mad at it.
That was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Should be filling the burger.
Oh, yes, he is.
Plus 9.
30.
30.
And don't forget that they have the 2d6.
This guy didn't have to
But
be
your
right.
base damage
The other
was
guy
16 plus 16.
Yeah.
So that's
Alright.
32 already.
So that was in 29. In 22, this guy stands there very still. I think he gets a chance to try
He
and
does.
break out, doesn't he?
Yes.
See if he can make it.
So Wiz 17.
All the cool kids
He
go
did
to Wiz.
not do it.
He's a cool
He's
kid.
still held. All right. After that, we've got Satra.
Sakra's gonna. I think she'll take out her gun.
Okay.
And shoot.
Shoot.
Shoot. Why are you laughing?
It's blasting time.
Really good.
So I stole
Last thing.
Well, it might stop the sound from going into the cave. Silence blocks the entrance. To the
Oh.
cave, you know?
I forgot. Never
Just
mind.
stand in the bubble
I'm
and
gonna
shoot.
do the.
Run up to the bubble and then shoot
Yeah,
inside.
yeah,
Let me-
yeah.
Oh, that's big
I'll
on
run
us.
into the bubble.
That's 20, yeah.
You gotta be able to make it to that.
I'll run into the bubble.
Yeah, it's 20 foot, whatever. So yeah, you should be able to get into the bubble and then shoot from within, and nobody will hear it.
That's right.
We should just always cast silence around here.
Yeah, yes.
Right. I roll.
You have an advantage also,
Okay.
just for future.
Let's use.
Well, are you shooting?
Yeah.
If you get within 5 feet of him, you can still shoot. Does she get disadvantage because she's a ranged attack? at
If
close
she
range?
gets within 5 feet, but I think she's just getting right into the edge of his silence bubble and shooting
Okay.
with advantage.
I'm just putting the tip of the pistol into
Into
the
the
bubble.
Yeah.
I'm not actually entering the bubble.
Gotcha, gotcha.
She wants to still be able to cast her spells from outside if she
Oh,
needs
I
her.
see.
She's snapping. Then she can't hear. Then she's.
That's it. That's it.
Oh, make sure that the hammer part is.
I was about to say, like, I'm pretty sure revolver, the sound comes from the end of the
Yeah.
right? This is-
Put your wrist in.
Put your whole
this
wrist
is a
in,
whole.
yeah. There you go.
Sandra did not know this. Okay. All right.
Oh, well,
Oh,
you
you
should
should.
know that. That's fair.
You did. Trust me.
I did?
Yeah.
All right.
She's heard this gun enough
Yeah.
times. She knows what when
Where the
the
sound comes
dangerous
from.
part comes out and when in the sound comes out.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Sound comes
rolled
to
a
your ears.
15
That's
and
your
I
bad.
didn't use the thing that does it for me automatically because I'm a goofball. I know, 15.
Did you roll
So
advantage?
D10 plus, huh?
You get a +7 to whatever you rolled, which was like
Right.
a
So it's
15.
20, 15, 22.
So
That's probably good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
I think they were just.
And did a whole 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Hey, hey.
Oh, that's damage.
I think
Well,
they're just
crit.
normal people. The wrong.
Are you
Just-
you oh, you didn't crit. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
you
they
have
come in
copy
there
crit,
free
but then
loot.
you have to-
They're just scavengers.
Right.
Hey,
All right.
5 damage is
Okay.
still damage.
That's right. Fine,
That's right.
It is.
And
Next.
it was quiet.
That's right.
It's quiet 5 damage. Even better.
Next is the draw.
He is.
Oh,
he already tried to struggle, and then now we have Holt.
Holt.
Yeah.
Yes. So I will. Let's see. I'll walk up forward. You know, my 25 feet of movement, and then I'll. You know, I'll just go ahead and produce a little flame into my hand.
Classic.
And I'll throw it at him. Let's see. 19 plus 9. That's a 28. Let's see if I get a crit just in case. I don't. So 28 to hit, and then
Sure.
8 fire damage at him.
All right.
That's pretty good fire damage.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So let's see. Next comes
Jethro.
no.
6.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't write him on.
Oh,
But
what,
later.
what number?
That was 14.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay,
I was like, why's there not be on the sheet?
All right, Elias.
So since I, great thing about silence is you can't hear anything, but also I can't message from Mach radio because he can't hear it.
Right.
So, so I just go get up as close as I can, and then I can't get to him, can I?
For the record, you could just say it anyways, and I would feel it for him. Just it'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
Just mock Jethro, actually.
yeah, exactly.
Do you have to do vicious mockery verbally? Is there?
You
is
can
that
hit 'em with
verbal
the-
command?
Yeah, very well. Those guys, yeah.
Could you do non gesture?
Yeah, can you just,
Just-
haha, you're held.
Find it out.
Yeah, just,
Yes.
SASL,
Yeah, point out.
SSL. Yeah. So, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going with that, then yeah, I mean, I can.
Look, we're making this game accessible.
That's right.
Yeah, so I'll just go get as close as possible. I don't think I can get to him. I get probably where Jethro is.
Yeah, getting pretty.
close.
Oh, yeah.
So and then I just give bardic inspiration to
Nice.
Jethro.
There you go.
Hey.
It's not yet, so there you go.
Hey, and he's up in next for the
All right.
initiative, so that's
Jethro, you're up.
Mhm.
And you have inspiration, bardically.
Yes.
Mm.
That's nice.
I always like to get my
Nice little bardic inspiration, I believe. Is it D8?
D8.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
nice. Beefy bardic inspiration.
Yeah, no kidding.
We got it.
How long does that last?
Until he uses it, I think.
10 minutes.
Oh, you close with him?
Yes.
All right.
I imagine I'm in the silence hole.
Yes.
You're very quietly going to smash his face.
Right. And I just get advantage anyways because he's still held.
Yeah.
Yep, and you get crit if you're within 5 feet. So
Fantastic.
This may be his last
That was
Probably is.
natural 20 on the die.
Oh,
wow.
well, you crit anyways.
Nah, you triple
Yeah,
crit.
triple crit, right?
Yeah.
It's auto crits. Yeah, just go ahead and coup de grace.
That's right.
It's 10 times the crit damage.
Sorry, I messed with it because whenever you actually roll a crit in the thing, it doubles the dice.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it just threw me off.
That's a great
What
crit.
happened to you with Firebolt one time?
Yeah.
So-
That was my favorite next rule that they just nixed for 5e. And I wonder if they'll bring it back in the new edition.
What roll?
So
The
it'd be
alternative
26 total
roll,
damage.
You
Okay.
can get max
Second.
damage automatically and then roll.
That makes no sense.
It's just for
Yeah.
some classes that's really a lot of damage. Like if you have a smiting rogue,
Mhm.
it adds up really quick.
Got the fucking
I
line.
think that's how they took that out.
He's dead.
I get it, but at the same
All
time.
right, he drops.
it's
He
critical, you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Smashing with your axe. You know, right. That's cool. You smashing with the and it's weird because when you stab him with the sword, did you get a 20?
Mhm.
And you see his skin become gray and
Alright.
pasty, and then the sword kind of flares up and turns actually black and full of stars, and then goes back to being metal. Remember, it's 9 lives stealing. Right, which means now one of its charges is gone.
Which, speaking of which, did they just have 9? Was there any that were already taken on?
It had 6, so now it has 5. Yeah.
That's been used.
On my butt.
Now,
Really?
that being said, remember you used it on the Shining one and got a crit,
That's true.
and it did not remove his soul.
That's true.
Okay, so interestingly enough.
Just not too strong.
Maybe the shiny one doesn't have a soul.
All right, well, those 2 guys are
It's actually
dead.
chicken.
I'm going to go ahead and just the party
Just been
up a little closer.
Ooh, that's a cave. If I've ever seen one.
Now, let me see if there's
Some
anybody you can
of these
see
guys are
there. No. One thing you do notice here is at this point, right there, there is what looks like a hastily made barricade has been put there. Looks like somebody's taken some wood or something like that, and so there may be something behind in this little area right there.
Okay.
Let's see. But you do not see anybody else in the cave.
Do we hear anything?
What's your passive perception?
21.
Okay. Yes, you hear some talking quietly back in there. Remember, it is nighttime, but you do hear someone talking. Possibly they're discussing something very quietly.
Okay.
You hear several voices, so there's definitely more than one.
There's several voices up ahead.
What do they see?
Talking about percentages. I don't remember.
Probably rating. That's what they like to talk about, isn't
Just
it?
calling us rating.
Hey, Slytherin. Well, don't you love rating? Don't your people love rating? Slytherin? Whatever this dude's name was.
He says, yes, they did.
Yeah, see? That's probably what they're talking about.
Bravo. Well, actually, he says, talking about where they're going to attack next in the Elf Village. He speaks. He speaks under.
I'm not even gonna lie. This whole time I thought you were talking to Avrael. It's
Yeah.
just like, it's as usual. Yeah.
I'm an excellent boy.
Yeah, he says they're talking about where they're going to attack next in the Elven Village. Because he speaks Undercommon. You guys don't. I don't.
Yeah.
Well, we should just let him listen in for a
I
second.
think so. Maybe you can.
Maybe I should go in there and scout it out.
They can do that.
With my
Animal shape.
You still on
do that.
the
You don't do it.
Pass Without a Trace out?
You don't.
Let me see how long that
You
lasts.
speak Undercommon too?
No, but I can see how many people's in there potentially. It lasts for an hour, so I probably still have it. I don't know,
Yeah.
because we just.
I mean, you could take him with you, and if things go sideways, he could just pretend
12
that he's
seconds.
dragging you up as a slave.
I'm just going to not even go in there as a person though.
So you're going to go in there as a animal shape?
I am going to wild shape into a spider.
Okay. You do. And then I'm going to go ahead and move the party view. So
I'm
you
spider.
round the corner.
Mhm.
One thing. Round the corner. And kind of skitter along the floor.
Mhm.
And this is what you see.
Ooh.
All right. Now, do you see it there? Can't see very well there. All right. Let me
I can see some stuff. It's the big room, and then there's also a path to the side.
Interesting.
Oh, okay. Now,
And it looks like
huh?
bookcases or.
Oh, you haven't really been rating, so probably that's stuff that they graded. Yeah. Now, what you see around here, you see this guy standing here. All right. So here's what you see. You can see that basically there's a group of what look like 4 drow right there, and they have another drow with them who is obviously better armed, better armored. Over here you see what look like a couple other people in cloaks, they're drow as well. They're kind of discussing something, and then there's one of these other guys that looks kind of like the ones outside the door, standing right next to this barricade. Now, you haven't really seen what's up inside the barricade. There's no lights, but that's what you see there.
Okay. I would like to try to be stealthy, even though I am a spider, so hopefully they won't notice me. But
Well, these are drow, so they have spider sense.
yeah, I love spiders.
That's right.
And so I'm going to attempt to climb up the wall around the barricade and go down that hallway.
All right.
You want me to roll stealth or anything?
No. You're small enough; they're not going to really notice you. I mean, even if you're like tripped and kicked a rock, it's a spider. They're used to that kind of stuff. They probably wouldn't hurt you anyway because they would think that were a blessing from the Dark Mother or whatever. So when you crawl over the barricade, you see that there is a person. He looks like an elf, sitting kind of over in the corner, and he's in what looks like shackles. He looks like an elf, but he's not a drow. He's got very pale white skin and then dark eyes and kind of this dark hair. You know, drow have kind of bluish purple skin, sometimes black skin and white hair. So this guy's almost the exact opposite. But he doesn't look like a wood elf or anything like that, or high elf. You're not sure what he is. Yeah.
In that case, I'm going to skitter back towards the party and then relay this information psychically, since I'm a ghost-wise tiefling, or halfling, rather.
Well, that's right.
Yeah.
And relay this information while staying in my spider form to Avril of what I saw, like 8 guys. A couple of them look a little cooler than the others. And then there seems to be a prisoner in the little shaft over there.
Man, I'm so just hung up on the spider sense thing. How utterly entertaining that would be for spider sense to just be like
You just know where spiders
keenly
are.
aware of every
Yeah.
spider that's around.
Yeah.
Well, it would
And
make
then
sense.
also you have a spider phobia.
Yeah.
So like you're walking into a house, you're like,
That'd be rough to have spider phobia as a drow, man.
Yeah.
Alright, so you've relayed what they have seen.
Yeah.
What you've seen, basically. What are you guys going to do?
Maybe I want to sneak attack.
What are we sneak attacking?
Everything. Except the prisoner.
There's a prisoner?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where?
We're up the shaft.
Right, back up to
Which shaft? It's kind of dark in there. I ain't
There's
gonna
only
lie.
one. There's a ball and there's a shaft.
It's I'm here.
It's an intestine. Yeah, stuck. Yeah.
that's what it is.
We're sure up the intestine.
You did notice that this is definitely not a natural cave. It looks like they may have dug it or used magic or something.
Are we better
Holt
off?
said he told you, so I was waiting for more
Yeah,
details.
so
We relayed everything.
What's up? I can only talk to one person, so I can lead at a time, so it's easier to do.
Do we go for like the
Joe's feelings are
4?
hurt
Yeah.
because he's,
How dare you?
Beginning?
dare you choose him.
He's the hero of Stonegate.
Yes,
I believe you.
I don't think Stonegate's still around anymore.
The hero of nothing then.
Yeah.
He'll come back.
I mean, Stonegate's the people in that place.
That's right.
You know, I like that.
Well, a lot of them.
Pretty sure that's exactly what we told him when we gonna.
I mean, it's like y'all have to leave. Y'all have to
Lied really well on that one, yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
Just leave.
Because it said stone gate, so it's usually someplace that has a stone gate, you know.
They ironically had no gates, except the castle gate that they abandoned.
Well, after I skittered out while they're making their plan, I'm going to skitter back in
Okay.
since I feel like the people might ignore me for the most part, and I'm just gonna go down to like the south side,
Okay.
skitter on down there while they make their plan. Maybe we can pincer attack them or something.
Yeah. You do notice that down here there's what looks like maybe some of the stuff that they stole from the elves. You also notice, kind of grossly enough, there's also what looks like a cache of ears that have been hung on a rope. So maybe kind of like they're taking trophies from people they killed, which is kind of
That's cool.
but you know, it's very drow.
As a spider, it kind of makes me hungry.
Probably.
No,
Actually, there's lots of bugs in here. You're really hungry.
I start making a little web.
All right. So yeah, right.
We're going to
So-
open up with a spell.
Hang on, actually, we did that so cool.
A web
Let's
sense.
open up with a spell.
Yeah.
I told you that there's a big group of them to the south of the entrance, and then there's some across the way, and then some straight ahead in. Basically,
Here's Holt.
so you might
Holt,
blast in
you're
there.
kind of down here as a spider, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and put that there so you can see it.
Want to go big or?
Because to get it to fit on there, kind of had
I
a
just
blow
want
up
to
actually.
run it as well.
Maybe I could change it so you can see it better.
Sure. Let me see how big that is though, because how big the space is. So 20 foot.
I can do hot soup grenade.
That's true too. Yeah.
That's a good classic.
Hit up like a bunch of
It's about the
aliens.
right size. It's about the right size actually. So
Yeah.
work.
There. Oh, I died.
What were you doing?
Maybe you guys are along the
Part of the wall.
Nice.
Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the scroll. Part of the.
wall.
Balls.
There you go. All right, that's good. All right, so you're down there, Holt, kind of hoping to hit him from one side.
Where did you say the prisoner was?
He's kind of up that.
He was on
yeah,
the north
there.
passage,
Yeah.
behind the barricade.
Wait, are you
Friendly.
going to the north passage first then?
No. Well,
I want you guys out. Y'all do whatever you want. I'm not in there anymore. So
I was thinking I want to open up with a spell.
Yeah, well,
I left assuming that y'all was gonna do something, and then when y'all don't do it, that's on me. I'm just sitting there like,
Spinning a web.
two over there.
I can stay a spider for 4 hours. So I can wait. I'll go all the way back to the village, like tell people, come all
How
the way
long
back.
does it take you to make a decent web?
Let's see. How big is it?
Doesn't say, but I do have webs now.
No. To get to them is going to be about 40 feet from where you are at the entrance to like you got a big cave.
You swear y'all hit the,
So
when y'all hit
yeah,
that
30
fireball
feet,
and the ice on
6
it,
feet
come right out of this one.
Just right out.
Or we're talking about her
Just
age.
about.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it's a,
Be
it's
fine, my
a
other
stream
one.
of
Yeah.
acid. It's not
Oh,
a
a stream of
Right.
But I
Not
got
fine.
to do
Not fine,
fireball,
but just-
maybe.
Would be some good
That's a
damage to take.
60-foot
Yeah.
range.
We have a lot of hit points now, though.
10 square that's greasy.
It's kind of nice.
I could put it under them.
Yeah, definitely get them. They're within about.
Whichever one you.
Oh, it's gonna greasy that, and then you're gonna fireball it, and then she's gonna cool them back off.
Probably have to close
Only
with
She wants to do the pan.
It's like, as I say, then we have dinner. Like,
Mm-hmm.
delicious and dungeon.
Yeah, 'cause I can get a big.
How to eat a drow in 10 days.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
All right. So we're gonna sneak it. I need a stealth check for everybody. By the way, if you're moving in there, so stealth checks, guys.
Yep, I'm no longer near y'all, so y'all don't have pass without trace. Enjoy.
It's fine.
As far as we know. It works in Baldur's Gate,
So
so
that's
you can
okay.
light grease on fire. So we're gonna assume it's
Stealth is
That's pretty cool, yeah.
great.
Be some fun stuff with grease spell in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, yeah. Really light up.
It's fun stuff.
Great, great score.
Oof.
All right. So stealth check. What'd you get, Doug?
Oh, is this supposed to stealth check?
That's stealth check because you guys are sneaking in closer. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's probably not gonna matter.
Did you get a good roll?
Oh, for somebody it was good.
Yeah.
Three.
Because
For
of me.
somebody.
I have the distraction I need.
That's right. And you sneak
Well,
check.
I don't think this was gonna be good. I rolled an 8 and a 12.
Ooh.
I have disadvantage, so it's an 8.
Oh. Ooh. Okay. So don't worry about stealth checks, guys. That's not gonna work. It's okay. It's our reception.
I rolled a 3, so
So
you know,
you're now.
I got a 4.
Oh,
Hey,
wow.
look, I am just outpacing you for the bottom by 1
Right.
point this whole time.
So you guys get basically to the entrance, and somebody trips over a rock or something like that, or stubs their toe and goes.
Or
I
all
was like maybe 3 people took that one.
At which point we all need to roll initiative.
All
So
right.
that's
good.
Ah, sorry about the surprise round, guys.
Dude.
Can't get lost, bro.
You know, in complete fairness, I would like to think that I just ran ahead of everyone and fucked it up.
you do it.
He heard
Thanks,
the
Doug.
prisoner, and he
Oh
said,
crap!
Yeah, there we go.
Prisoner, we gotta save the prisoner.
I run up
Lumbering
turn everyone up with a spell and just go.
I got a spell for you.
I got a 19.
19?
I cast cleave in half.
I'm waiting to grapple someone so I can castle a person.
Yeah, right, right. That's like in a campaign I DM'd. I have a fighter who pretended to be a paladin. He would lay on hands, so he would sneak a potion and pour it on him.
Slide a
That's
potion on them.
But he was actually just a fighter.
Yeah, that's good.
That's funny.
That's
Alrighty. Who's anybody above 20 on their initiative?
We got 26.
Anybody beat at 26. Alright, so that's
We're only good on initiative today.
yeah, anybody
Girls?
got a 20 or higher? Okay. 19?
Hang on a second, let me make sure I can real quick.
19?
Mhm.
Okay, so Jody's got 19. 18? 17? 16? 15?
14.
14. Alright. Anybody else got 14? 13? 12? 11? 10?
Me.
10. Alright. Oh, was that 2 hands? I saw 10.
Oh, no,
okay.
okay.
That is
Uh,
bitch, it starts today.
9? 8? Alright.
That's 5.
Okay, so we gotta check at the end.
Woo, not last.
Close
Natural
to
one.
it. You're like third from the top. So.
Natural one on that.
Oh wow.
I'm right in the middle.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled a 6.
Top of the bottom.
Had him. Yeah,
Alright.
plus 2.
So starting at the top, I believe that's going to be you.
All
Alright.
Alright.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just gonna, I guess, charge up and attack that guy who's at the barricade.
Cool. Go for it. Roll to defend.
Also, if anybody wants to, just saying we haven't really coordinated in this kind of way before, but if anybody wants to hold their action until I unleash
That's
the
all.
AoE,
Absolutely not.
What kind of action will we hold?
your attack action maybe,
Yeah,
or
you can-
just hold.
You can
your-
wait till after she goes if you want to. Absolutely.
to move into range, so that way you don't get hit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All right, follow
Are you talking about hold action or hold like our entire turn?
No. You can just hold an action and wait until after she sends a spell. She can say something to you like, "Hey, wait until I do my spell," and then you can hold. Now you'll go in your normal initiative the next round, but you can wait until after she does her stuff to actually act this round if you want to. Yeah, that's not really a rule, but
we can pivot also. Just letting you guys know.
28 to hit.
oh yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Alright, I'm gonna stick attack.
Water.
Do your stuff. They could unclunk before you get your turn.
Oh, sure.
I'm waiting.
I'm just throwing it out there. Strategy.
Strategy was
21 plus the damage?
Not roll.
That's
Hey, look,
3 on
hey,
stealth.
look, we're pivoting.
The strategy was not to roll
Pivot.
3 on stealth.
Pivot!
Well, it didn't. That's what I need a new strategy.
I mean, I rolled a 4, so I did roll 3. As far as I'm concerned, it's a success.
Yeah,
Hey,
Yeah.
listen,
Successful.
listen.
all right. So you shank him once.
Let me tell you something.
And second shank, another 26 or whatever.
They're not that hard to hit. I mean, they're 18, but you know.
Shank
That's,
attack?
Yeah, I already did.
I wouldn't pay attention. It's gonna remind you.
Yeah.
That's swashbuckler. By yourself, you can get him.
Yeah, that's right. I love that. I wish that was in Baldur's Gate 3. I
oh,
wish
yeah.
that's what.
Swashbuckler was such a cool thief class.
Hmm.
It really is.
That's 9 plus 4 is 13, 14 piercing. I'm gonna go ahead and pump a level 2 smite to this guy, actually. I'm feeling smite.
Mikey Smite.
Oof, who should have held it. 5, so 10 radiant.
Okay.
Yeah, 5.
Okay. It happens.
Didn't even hit average.
That's okay.
Just everybody.
What
Your radiant smites are not as radiant.
in 4 man?
Alrighty. So that was, let's see, Avril, and then we have Saga.
And bonus action, throw the shield up so it's sentient and
Right.
protecting me. I have a free hand now.
Very good. That brings us to Satra.
That's right. I'm going to move in far enough.
You want to move her in where she can see?
Yeah, so 5, 10, 15, 20.
Which one?
I believe
Right at the mouth
that
of the thing, pretty much.
You gonna do a brew?
it's a 10-foot square. No, it's a grease.
That's right.
Or
Mm.
Oh, the grease one.
Oh, you have to move. What's the range on grease?
60.
Oh, so you can see everything.
Yeah,
She should put it together for that group.
All right, so I'm going to
Grease them?
cast lard.
You throwing your lard out.
Yep.
Throw a lard ball.
Boil them.
I cast it.
The potatoes.
Okay.
I'm calling it. I was gonna say that.
Yeah, that's nice. You have a really high spell DC. I don't know if I did that on like my soldier screen, like.
No, I'm still learning how to get to everything on here.
Alright, so here's your grease spell.
Line
Do a little
flare.
green thing under there. Alright, there's your grease spell. What do they do for grease? They need to make a save.
Yeah, it says attack. It says Dex 16.
Okay. Let's see. So you put it underneath that guy and that guy. Alright, so that is did not make the save. So what does it do if they do not make the
They
save?
go prone.
Okay,
Cool.
They go slippy slidey.
It's a good one.
both did not make it, so they're both wrong.
Chicken
And it also says that if they enter the area or they end their turn, they have to succeed again. So
Okay.
they can't automatically get out. They have to-
Because it's just so slippery, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Reach it.
I can go out there. Okay.
And I shouted, "Take a lard ball," so you guys know not to go. I did not spell.
Okay, so that was Satra, and the next one is Jethro.
Me.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Okay. What number were you again? I'm sorry, Jethro.
14. 14.
Okay, sorry, my guys go first then.
No,
Yeah, so let me see here.
it's okay.
What number, Dan?
I'm still a spider.
Well, they've got several different ones. This guy's going to be the elite warriors. They go in 16.
I'm gonna write that down.
And then the Arcanomancer goes right after Trevor.
That's a wild name.
I
Yeah.
don't like that at all. Actually.
Yeah, that sounds like
And
fireball.
then, Chuck, you had what? You had 5?
5. Yep,
Okay,
5.
and then
Need to find who their Arcanomancer is.
the Drow will go right before you, Drow. And then the Priestess of Law will go right after you.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Priestess and then Solace. The same line, right?
Yeah, the run-of-the-mill drow go right before Chuck, and then the priestess goes right
Right.
after Chuck, so it'll be fine.
Little Chuck sandwich.
Yeah.
I mean, not where I want to be.
No, probably not.
No, that's perfect.
I mean, yeah.
All right,
Extreme feeling.
the elite warrior,
Double stuff.
the one standing by you, Kyla,
Ew.
Umbrael, is going to try and attack you.
Okay.
What's your AC?
It is a 20.
Hey.
I'm pretty sure he did not hit you.
No,
I hope so. I hope he did.
no.
What's wrong with it? Why are you making it weird?
Hey.
You made it
Hey,
good. I
no.
didn't.
Yeah, weirdest time.
Okay.
Go to your parents.
All right. Only he gets 2 short sword attacks. So his first one missed. The second one, your AC's 20, right?
Yes.
Second one did hit.
Okay.
So he gets you for 10 piercing.
Okay.
Are you resistant to poison or anything silly?
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah, I have poison resistant damage.
Okay, so you take 11 from poison, but only half, so 5. Okay.
So it was 10. It was 10 slashing.
Yeah.
And then
11
6.
poison, but only half, so 5.
5. Okay.
15 damage.
Oh, not too bad. Not too bad.
It's still alive.
The other one, I think, is going to charge towards the little one. There he goes.
I don't
He's
think
going to be right
we
next to
casted that one. This is
He attacks you. Sandra, what is your AC?
18.
18. Hit you with the first short sword attack. Hit you with the second one. All right, you take
76.
5 points of damage slashing, and then 11 poison. And for a second attack,
5.
11 poison. Yeah.
And then 11
I'm about to take all their poisons. It's gonna bandolier.
damage.
Oh, okay, that's what you
No, you're not poisoned, it's just damage.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're not poisoned.
This is mine.
All right,
This
and
is
then
mine.
his second attack does 9 piercing. 10 poison. Alrighty, so that's that.
It's on your main page.
That's right.
So that was,
Jethro after the elite warrior.
yes, Jethro. That was both elite warriors, so they're done.
Alright, take the sword with 2 hands. I briefly turn to the 2 spellcasters on our left, right next to me, say, "You have my consent," and I go in. I rage. And I'm going to put myself out right here, I believe.
So that was Jethro. You were getting ready to attack. Yes.
I rage, move to position right here, and I'm going to attack the one that is attacking Softra. I'm going to reckless attack.
I like to hear.
Yay, thank you, Jethro. I'm not feeling so well.
Feels
29 hit.
Oops. Easily. They're dodging, but not bad dodging. Not even close.
Alright. That will be
5,674 damage.
Sounds good.
They really did cast Cleveland Pass.
I need to
It's like, let me roll my damage.
yep. That has gone up. So that would be
31. It's gonna freeze my phone and then crash it.
Still pretty good.
Don't worry, guys. 1,529.
about to say, like, the whole thing was going on, like, I was trying to look at my roll and think just like loading.
That's funny.
16 magical slashing damage.
Ooh.
Perfect time to do your.
Then I'm going to swing at them again.
Alright, so you did 16, right? So you did again.
Another 29 to hit
Oh, yeah. Easy, easy.
So that's awesome.
for 19 magical slashing.
Don't make my phone explode.
Just like,
Cool. Alright, he's still up. They're both still up, but not elite warrior. Alright, that brings us to the Arcanomancer, who is currently sitting on the ground. So to stand up, they have to make a dex check, right?
yeah,
All right, made the dex check. You notice what happens is the Arcanomancer literally goes up the wall. Okay? The Arcanomancer goes spook and sticks to the wall. Spider climb kind of thing. And then
I know all
So
about
the
it.
Lord didn't bother you?
no, well, she had to save. She had to save, yeah, but she made it. How far are you away from them? About 20.
Who makes?
Yeah.
Uh,
20-foot
5,
radius.
15, 20, 25, 30.
This. Where's the circle?
How far away was? Okay, let me just get this. We're going just like massive circle. Like, yeah, I think that's gonna be.
Yeah.
Now it's also going to be the elite warriors, but you know, Drow don't care. Um,
Yeah, they're just men.
all right. What happens is you see the Arcanomancer start, waving their hands around, gesturing at you, and all of a sudden, this entire area that you're standing in fills with a bunch of biting insects. Okay. Everybody needs to make a con save that is in that area. That includes the elite warriors.
We have the Mysium breastplates. This would be perfect.
I think I'm in the area.
You are.
I
what's
wasn't
that?
really sure.
No, people are here.
If you make a con save for something and pass, you can take no damage at all.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's what it does.
Nice.
Yes, it says, while you're wearing the armor, any critical against you becomes normal. In addition, when you are subjected to a magical effect, it allows you to make a strength or con save.
Yeah, you have plus
Why
one.
did
take
I see
half
color
damage if
on
you
here?
pass.
You have plus 1 on my save, so it's actually a 15. So
Oh, because I'm in the wrong
high
place.
enough.
Wait, why are you making a save?
Me? You said everyone.
No, just one
it's
number.
circle.
Oh, my bad.
You're all right.
Oh no.
That's what we like to hear.
Cody.
You're infested. Nice try, bud.
All right.
I rolled a 6.
You did not say.
Close though, you almost did.
I
I got a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Dirty 20 will do it.
I got
The
18.
save for it. Let me see the save for it.
I didn't need this one. I just wanted to up to 6.
Hey, look at y'all syncing up. Y'all locked in.
DC 16 is your target, by the way.
Rip.
I made
So you made it. You made it?
18.
18. Okay. So, Jody, you're going to take full damage.
Yay me!
40-10.
Oh god. Oof, hopefully I don't go down.
23.
You got this.
Yeah, she only took a bunch of damage from the other guy attacking her also.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did
This
23.
23 damage is so much.
Yeah, I'm at 17 hit points.
Hey, bye.
This Drow elite warrior, by the way, dies. The insects kill him. You see him scream, and the insects fill his mouth and his eyes, and he crumples to the ground, and the insects begin feasting upon his flesh. Because Drow don't care. They really don't. They're just nice people.
Terrifying.
So you guys take
We take none.
none because you made your
Mysium
constant.
breastplate.
Very
Yeah.
nice. Okay, cool.
Very cool.
So that
Yeah, the
brings us
breastplate,
to
half plate.
Yeah.
Arlen.
Alright, I'm gonna step up to where I can see range of that little clump there. And I'm gonna drop the ice storm on them.
A little clump of guys down here? Or
Yes.
gals, actually.
Am I in the clump?
No.
No.
I can, it's 20 foot, so I can try to, finagle it to where it just hits them.
Make sure you get their pet spider in it too.
Actually, yeah,
Clump?
I would finagle it so that it hits me as well.
Yeah, I just.
If you finagle it where it hits me, I don't have to use a bonus action to break out of my
Just take 32 points of damage.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Worst.
Legit? Are you on that wall?
Well, I'm over there.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's probably about 20 feet. Yeah, it's
Oh,
I like the mid-match.
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't have to use my bonus action to drop it. I can use it for something else now.
Yeah. All right. So there's our cute little ice storm.
I do like
Trying to
It's-
figure out where all the
They make a dexterity saving throw. It's a DC 16.
Ooh, music that's great.
The army's coming.
Yeah. See, it's a radius.
It's called for reinforcements.
20 foot radius.
So it's actually twice that size.
Yeah.
Or they're gonna need it.
Yeah.
So it won't hit Hulk with it if,
You probably will hit me, actually. Oh,
You get your toes in there.
well, maybe.
Oh.
Actually, I think we might miss.
Okay, just
Hey.
Close. Almost hit Jethro there. That's
Yeah,
about front. They
let's
got-
see.
I'll move it away from Jethro and actually hit him.
Oh,
Yeah.
he gave you permission.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you was for real.
Yeah, but I didn't tell you that in person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
you got- what you got, Hulk?
True.
You
I
do
would've
it.
just- I
She
would've
probably
just
won't be able to see.
said it
Question.
Huh?
You're just a normal spider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably doesn't even see
Would
me.
you have noticed a normal spider in this dark cave when I so long?
I'm literally like this big, probably.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's-
Yeah.
All right.
So it's
I'm literally a 1 HP spider.
What is their dexterity? Oh, what's the target number? Sorry.
16.
16. First one made it. Second did not.
What's
Third
the
did
DC?
not.
16?
Two of them made the save, so they take half damage. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so the half damage.
Plus 2 on deck.
It is difficult terrain. Now, let me see.
Warming it up. Are you roll your Lego dice?
I was going to, but I
Just making
just
sure
put
I
all
didn't do
that
anything
stuff.
else.
I have to do it.
Alright,
I just gotta remember I have a +2.
Roll your damage.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in a spell right now. Get out of that.
That's a terrible roll. So that's only 7 points of bludgeoning
Not enough.
damage
Okay.
to each of them, and then have the ones who made the save.
You said 17 points of damage?
7.
Oh, 7? Total?
No. That's
Yeah.
bludgeoning. What about the ice damage? Though?
Yeah,
Oh,
you still have the
oh.
other part of your damage.
Oh.
Should have just rolled the damage.
I did. I
Oh.
clicked that. Oh wait, did I click the one? Did I click the wrong one?
Where are you at?
2d8 bludgeoning, 4d6 cold. Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to roll a cold, I guess, on my own. It just doesn't roll it. If you hit the damage, that's weird. That's better. 19 additional
So
cold
19
damage.
plus 17.
I was like,
19
This
plus
is
7.
already-
So that's
this is
yeah.
a 4th level spell.
Cool.
It only does 7
30,
damage.
27 damage.
So 25 for me because one of it goes to the spider.
That's right.
That's right.
Spider form serves its purpose.
That's right.
Ding. Sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Even those guys who saved died.
Hey,
So
hey,
all
say
of
to
the
a
all of
bonus
these
action.
little drow are dead. They are
Yes.
frozen to the floor. One of them tips over and shatters into 1,000 pieces because he's been frozen solid. They are
I like that.
all right.
That was having help.
Oops.
That brings us to Holt.
Yes.
He just appears.
You see me fall a few inches off the side of the wall to the ground. I was like right on the edge of the wall there.
Yeah.
And then I'm Holt now. And not a spider.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I loved it. Every single minute of it. I am going to. How far away is that
Arcanomancer.
Arcanomancer and or Priestess?
Let's see. They look like they're about how many squares?
30.
This way. Right there.
40. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's see. You are
Either?
right here.
Yeah.
Exactly 55 feet.
Well, no, that's not where he is.
On the bottom one.
Oh, right. Sorry, gotcha. So let's see.
That one
Yeah.
creek right there.
The Arcanomancer's 50. The Priestess of Loth is about 45. She's a little closer to you.
Okay. All right. I am going to cast, or as a bonus action, I am going to use my class feature, Spirit Totem.
Okay.
I am going to summon the Spirit Totem of a bear.
Okay.
It gives me, it has a 30-foot radius within 60 foot of me, so I'm just going to put it probably in the middle of the room, and it should cover just about the whole, because it's like a 60-foot diameter at that
Right.
point.
We're good guys.
Cool.
Cool.
I'm a polar bear now. I can sleep in snow.
Like I said, this room needs to be about 5 feet.
Just a little larger.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Two.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's what I mean. But
That's why you like
yeah, but it won't.
Okay.
Now, Alliance, what are you doing? What should I spell? Or not Alliance, I'm sorry. Holt.
Yeah, I am. Well, the first thing, this is not a spell, but as a bonus action, I am summoning a spirit totem at a point that I can see within 60 feet.
Okay.
That has a 30-foot radius. So I'm gonna summon that in the center of the room, and the form of the spirit totem is going to be a bear. So everybody within that zone of a bear gets 14 temporary hit points,
Okay.
and that's my spell is not everybody, but
Right.
my people. You get 14 temporary hit points, and you have advantage on strength checks and saves.
Oh, that's awesome. Nice.
So yeah,
Time to start wrapping people up.
I'm gonna do that, and then as my main action, I'm going to cast a spell, and the spell is going to be a 5th level spell.
Hit points, sir.
Yay!
How much was it again?
14 temporary hit points.
And also you get a bonus on what?
That's a big one.
You get advantage on strength checks and saves.
Cool.
And then I'm gonna cast a 5th level conjure animals,
Nice.
That's some stuff.
and I'm gonna summon
64 bats.
2. No, I'm not gonna make it that complicated. Even though you can. I'm gonna summon 2 second CR2 creatures, basically.
Let's see. What's a CR2 creature?
Some basic ones that they show right here is like a giant boar, a giant constrictor snake, a giant elk, a hunter shark, plesiosaur,
You get a hunter shark.
polar bear,
Two hunter sharks.
2
hunter sharks, and they flop onto the ground.
All right. You said boar?
Immediately.
Yeah, giant boar, rhinoceros, saber-tooth tiger.
Let's get. Oh, giant boar. We need a giant boar. All right. Let's see. Giant boar.
Oh, you only
Have
have
a giant boar.
You say you had 2 plesiosaurs, right? That's it.
There's a giant boar.
There you
The
go.
plesiosaurus is a little bit less
Another giant boar. And where would you like them to be?
I'm gonna put. I can summon them within 60 feet of me, so I'm gonna put one over there next to that priestess.
Okay.
And I guess one up there because the other person ran up the wall, right?
Right.
A boar probably wouldn't be able to reach that. So the other person will be over there next to Kyle and up there up north to help fight that thing.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
And then you hit.
Alrighty.
Alright.
There's your boars. They actually have little hit point lines that I can see, which is interesting.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, you can actually track their hit points and stuff on your own. I'm just not that good yet. So yeah.
Very cool time.
Alright.
How many hit points then? Was it
14, 10 hit points.
Do the boars get to attack in your turn or when?
So it depends on how you want to do it. Generally, they get their own initiative. Is how the spell works. But
It'll be each
Some
one.
people-
So we'll go ahead and let them attack this turn.
all right, in that case, let's see. Boar is going to attack with his tusk. 23 to hit. It's up the one up north.
Okay. So let's say it would be one that
Yeah, just to
all around
clarify.
has already smoked a bit.
Right, and it does.
Yeah. Oh. So
You
I'm
know,
down
there's
to
a little 6 damage.
So yeah, because
Nothing too crazy. So I put him too close and I didn't actually
Is it
charge him.
regular
Yeah.
That's where all the damage comes from.
Next time, next time.
Yep.
this is
And so
the 10 hit
they
points,
get
that's why it can be
6
different, I think.
slashing damage.
No, you
on
should
that
kill
fellow.
the damage.
And then the other one will attack, I guess, the
Yeah,
priestess.
Mm-hmm. Make it the priestess. Okay, I got her AC.
It'll hit with an 11.
Oh, I should
They're a little dodgier than that.
And so, yes,
Okay.
that'll be that.
Good deal.
Yeah, this is just to add or kill the
Brings us
normal,
to
so you actually what you
Elias.
Alright, so,
want. So did you
Fireball,
take damage?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
have some-
on
That's because I did the 14.
the 2, the Arctic Answer and
Okay.
I
And
want
they need to make a
your
dex
initiative
save?
Dex save
to
is
do-
17.
to do that instead of the 10 hit points. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm
Huh.
just saying it. That's so.
Failed.
That's fine. That's how much I
And
have.
failed.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Good fireball.
Give me some damage.
You have 1 hit point and 14 temporary hit points, right?
Correct.
Okay. So you would do
36
put in
points of damage.
16.
36. Wow.
Nice.
I put in 16.
And bonus action, I'll
Yeah,
put up
so
the
it's not
spiritual
showing
weapon,
10 hit
weapon
points yet. It's still just showing
5.
the main pool.
What's her name?
I'm just showing her how to do the hit point thing. So she
She
put
does
in.
have
Priest.
17 hit points left.
She said she was down to 1.
She should have been down to 17.
No, I can't cast 2.
Okay.
It's,
Plus your
Makes
14.
sense.
on
Yeah,
top of the
fireball
17.
and,
Yeah,
it's
features.
17 regular hit points, and then there should be an option for 10 hit points if you put in 17.
Yeah. So plus.
14, I mean.
So we just put 14 10 hit points.
All right.
And those will go
36 points of damage. All right.
And
So
then they have to go
huge
on the
explosion
side.
of flames over
They
there.
should take damage. They'll go
They also
first.
take damage from the grease spell, which is now gone
So your blue is your regular green.
because
is
it lights up. That's the priestess that does that. She gets
That'll turn back. Well,
All right.
10 hit points. Let's go back to full health.
Ooh, she's hurt. All right. So yeah, and the grease spell burns up. Think you might have.
Yeah, you get the 4 for sure.
Yeah, I think you might have hit the boar as well. How many hit points do the boars have?
Naturally, it has 42, but
Oh.
whenever it's summoned within the that zone, it also gets the plus 14.
Oh, okay. So
Temp.
your boar took 36 points of damage, so it's still there.
Yeah.
Still it's hurt.
Well, there goes the 10th hit point.
Yeah,
plus,
right. But it's there.
plus 22 more. So it's got 20 hit points left.
Cool. All right. And now finally, the priestess of Loth goes.
Everyone in the room.
She runs away, flee.
She wanted to. All right. Let's see. Who's closest?
The boar.
It's 60 feet. You're not wrong. You know, actually, I think with that in mind, I think she's actually going to do this.
But besides that,
Yeah.
the other boar is also closest. But
Yeah.
then Adriel, I think, would be the next closest person, actual person.
Yeah.
You need to have
Kinda
your boar
close,
make a
right?
dex save.
Okay. Next is plus 0.
Okay.
That's
You got this.
Is that a 15 or a 13? 15.
15 will do it. Beats it, beats it. What you see is she launches her hand and these webs come, and the boar, oddly enough, nimbly dodges out of the way of all the webs, and then,
He's like,
That isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't touchy.
she looks a little bit surprised. Yeah, the boars are not known for being dexterous, so there you go. Top of the round again. Back to Aurel.
Adriel.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna shank the guy in front of me.
Get him.
So what I'm going to do next turn, except for switch target so they get that charge.
Oh, that's smart. That's smart.
That's brilliant.
That's gonna be 28
Okay.
to hit.
Oh yeah. Easy guy.
And I'm not sneak attacking on this. Save it just in case. Have a play. Even why? I'm gonna pump a spite. Because that's just sad. Alright. Level 1 smite.
You're gonna move him.
That's it. Right. Alright, so 10 piercing plus an additional 8 radiant.
No, not quite.
Very
Okay.
close. Well, second attack.
As long as you're hitting, you're probably killing with the second attack.
He knows he's natural one.
bloody. Yeah. 18 to hit?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's exactly what you need. 18. Easy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So if you had used sneak attack earlier, that
Yeah,
probably
probably.
would've done it.
Yeah, then you can use your second attack.
Sorry. I have a third attack too. I have a free hand now.
Bless you.
All you got to do is swap your sword into that hand.
Yeah.
That
Well,
counts, right?
it'll be another 10 piercing.
Okay, that killed him. Yeah, he's out now.
Right, okay.
I'm going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I can't quite make it.
Bonus action dash.
Yeah, but I won't be able to attack, so.
That's
I
fine.
might as well just dash anyways, yeah.
That horn is like the.
Step into the breeze.
Yeah. I guess I'll make it right.
You can see me.
I guess next to where
The person ran up the wall.
Arcanomancer is. I'll just like be like right next to below.
Okay, so you're gonna be So you moved your guy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, cool. Good deal. All right.
And I am out of actions.
The insect swarm, by the way, disappears too. Okay, so
Ice on the ground.
that brings us to Satra.
I think I'm gonna cast Cure Wound on myself.
That's probably a good idea.
No.
I'm probably gonna do level
I
2.
think that's a solid idea.
Come on.
I got 13 hit points back.
Okay, well, heal yourself for 13.
That's good. Just start with that.
All right. All right. That brings us to the elite warriors who are both dead, and then to Jethro.
And to me,
Double jabbing into the bird.
What boars?
Oh,
Let's kill
I
them.
feel like I may not be able to kill him.
Hey, we've got that plus the 14 hit points. You're okay. You're at 45 right
That's 40-foot movement.
They call him the long-legged boy.
the person you're next to is the person that's up on the wall.
Yeah.
How far on the wall are they?
Maybe 10 feet. They didn't jump that far.
I want to throw 2 javelins at them.
All right.
Ah.
Good.
Hit him in that 5 spider climbing abilities.
This is a 17 hit.
It's actually hold on, let me see. That is the Arcanomancer. 17 will hit, yes.
Yay! Kill them.
That's 7 piercing damage. Oof. I'm assuming the 15's not good enough.
Actually 15 is what you need.
Alright.
Yeah. You guys have been hitting right on the edge of these stuff. That's fine.
That's another 8 piercing damage.
Calculator.
Cool. All right, still up.
That's just
Is there a chance I might have to make a concentration check?
Well, no, they're not using a spell to climb the wall. It's an innate ability because they're
They have sneaky feet.
they're Arcanomancers. They're spider
sticky
people.
feet, don't you say?
Yeah. See, cute picture.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
That's the Arcanomancer for you.
That's kind of gross. They got spider.
They got spider
legs
eyes.
coming
Yeah, they're
out.
actually part spider.
Is
That's
it a
why.
Arcanomancer or a Arachnomancer?
Arachnomancer. You're right. Arachnomancer. Not
Oh, that's an actual thing.
Arachnomancer. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, also known as Arcanomancer.
Yes. Arachnomancer. Yeah.
See, in common, it's
They're pretty
Arcana.
good.
Yeah.
Under
They
common,
are pretty
The
good.
accent.
it's the accent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We gotta get the right.
All right. Okay, that brings us to the Arachnomancer, in fact. The Arachnomancer is who's right next to it? That's
I'm right next
that's
to
you. Okay. Do 3 attacks on you.
No, you're close.
R.I.P.
First one is Poisonous Touch.
Okay.
What is your AC?
Solid 20.
Oh, well, missed with that one. Do a second Poisonous Touch.
Bad touch, bad touch.
Misses
We don't
again.
like it. We don't like it.
We're just doing third. Well,
I've heard third time's a charm.
yeah, we'll just do another smack you with his hand. Okay. That's gonna. No, that's a 17. Missed all 3 times.
Sweet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Their poison damage? No joke.
Yeah.
But your resistance.
I was gonna say, I am the person
You
to
are?
take the
Yeah.
poison damage. Oh, and Holt now too. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So that was the Arachnomancer. Now that I'm saying it right, that brings us to.
Oh, me.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna move. Actually, I don't think that I need to move in for this. You said the Arachnomancer's on the wall?
No, the Arachno jumped down to attack.
You can advantage.
Got you. Okay. I'm gonna do.
It's that shield. That's right.
We're gonna do Eldritch Blast.
Oh,
Let's
there you
go. That's a 13 to hit.
Not a miss.
Does not do it.
No.
How many beams do you get?
I get 2. Oh, yeah. I get 2 beams at this level.
Beans?
Try
All
it
about
again.
beam.
Yeah, beans.
I get 2 beams.
I was also saying beans.
That's a dirty-
I thought
yeah.
that was a
Dirty
source.
Bush
Just
Okay.
make beams. It's like
I
2 times
get-
beams.
And then I listen carefully the second time. It still sound like beans.
Beautiful being.
Alright.
Big beans.
So I have 3 points.
3. Still 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go.
Could you flavor color spray as beautiful bean footage? And then just blinded by bushes like beans.
That'd be so terrible. Alrighty.
At least you smell it.
That brings us to. Let's see.
Yes, indeed. So I will start with my boars.
Mhm.
I'll have the boar that's furthest away run over to the chick that's on the ground and attack.
Right here. Okay.
Yeah, the one that's the Arachnomancer's still up.
She's on the ground.
Yeah.
No, she's on the ground.
Oh,
She jumped down and attacked him. Yes.
Oh, that's right.
She gives a bad touch.
Try to.
So, anyways, then in that case, yeah, I'll have to attack.
That was fancy. Tell you that's gonna be a good roll.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that is how you know that. 11.
That'll miss.
All right. And so the other boar will attack the one right in front of it. And that is a 18.
That'll hit. Roll that range.
That'd be 9 damage. Slashing. Magical slash.
6.
Right, so she's looking bad.
The Junestone Emerald dice.
Suicide Drow, Priestess Wall. She may decide that discretion is the better part of valor. Anyway,
And then as far as Holt goes, I will step forward, or maybe not. Let me see. Yeah, I will move my movement forward. That's difficult terrain that I'm standing on.
Yeah.
So that means I can move what, like 10 feet?
half of your normal movement, I believe. So,
Round it down,
what's your normal movement?
25 feet.
So 12,
So,
13, 13, even 13.
so would that put me into the next square? That's what I'm trying to find out.
Yeah, the square's fine.
yeah.
So you'll move like, you'll move like 3 squares. Yeah,
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless we'll do.
Yeah, you know.
3.
I mean, we saw bonus actions to let Tyler have. He's pretty merciful. That's the-
That was the bonus action I did. And then my second bonus action. Wait, hold. No. One bonus action only.
that stuff.
How many times you let him reroll the disintegration thing?
No,
That was
funny. It's still one of the funniest
Is
moments.
it, wait, I did die? That's what you wanted, right? I was just kidding.
Not only are you dead, you're permadead. You're
Yeah.
dust.
Good.
Need a wish spell. Oh, this is so funny.
Full advantage.
In that case, I will cast Druidcraft,
Oh yeah.
and the smell of beautiful pine needles will waft right past that priestess's nose.
Okay.
Pine sap and needles.
She's not sure she noticed.
May or may not have.
May not have noticed.
That'll be my turn.
All right, that brings us to
Somebody's got
Elias.
I like it. I like it.
My spells don't have that on the ground.
Fireball. Okay.
I mean,
I don't have that.
well, we've got too many people around
I
now.
have
So,
pretty strength. It's like 30 feet.
Feet. Yeah.
I will bonus action spiritual weapon,
Nice.
All right, let's do that first.
and I'll use it to go ahead and attack.
Okay.
I hear you
You
say there are
attacking-
too many people around.
I mean,
But
you gave me consent. There's no consent over
You
here.
can go ahead and send it.
Yeah. So, I mean, well, if y'all want me to, I will. I mean,
Send it!
Was it magic missile?
I have
is
2 boys that
a,
are ready to die.
Magic missile is an email. Was it fireball? Is a to whom it may concern.
so I'll attack, I guess the priestess.
Alright, cool.
And that is the 18.
I believe
That is.
yes.
And, ooh, and 6 points of damage.
She's looking a little battered and bloody, by the way. She's looking pretty dozy on her feet.
Okay, it's your turn.
She might have heard a bell.
No, that's
No, I know it's a bell. It's not a bell. All right. What else are you gonna do?
that's it. That's all that was before.
You're not gonna do fireball?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right.
I mean,
The priestess then.
The correct choice.
probably should have.
She's got the boar on her. I think she's gonna try and do another web spell on the boar. So with that in mind, another dex save for the boar.
Oh, yeah.
That's still a decent
4.
chance of actually
No,
taking
that one did not. The boar is now restrained.
Yeah, I'm not gonna that. Like a
Bring it
before
up.
you.
Poison.
Yeah.
I have advanced my dex save against it. I take half the damage. I have temp HP. I have Soul's Endurance to negate another like 15 points. Just,
I do have advantage against magic, so there's that.
That's true. Yeah. I should have.
Nice snake thing. Yeah.
And you're nice and dexterous too, so you probably have them.
Or they do a double backflip out of it.
Oh wait, let me see if I can get her to do her.
Next time.
Yeah, next time.
and Shield Master take no damage.
I was thinking, like, do I do that? Or, I do get uncanny dodge eventually, like, or uncanny
That's fair.
evasion, whatever it is.
All right. Well, it's restrained. I was gonna put a web on it, but I've got the wrong character out there, so it didn't matter. Anyway. All right. So that was what she did, and we're back up to the top of the round with Opera.
All right, I'm gonna give her a bad touch now,
Okay. Do that.
but with a dagger
Yes.
to the face.
Yes.
Okay. Just want to be clear.
Yes.
That is a 24 to hit.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
I am going to sneak attack this one.
Right, good.
Yeah. My dagger has been on fire, not. So 9 piercing
Okay.
with. Jeez, that's all right, I guess. 5 extra piercing from the sneak attack.
How much piercing? I'm sorry.
So 9 piercing.
Okay.
And then 5 piercing. I probably could have just combined that for you, sorry.
No, that's fine. I got it. All right. Cool.
And then my second attack.
Mhm.
Alright, that's a 27.
Oh yeah.
Same roll. Yeah, another 9 piercing.
Cool.
And I'm going to offhand just normal dagger. Wait, yeah, because I've got a dagger. Yeah. This one probably won't be as spicy.
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they are.
Yeah, right. Ooh, it might be a miss. That's a 15.
15 gets it.
Oh, okay, sweet.
They're not terribly dodgy. They're too spider though they do have lots of hit.
Come on, dagger attack. All right, that is 3 piercing damage.
3. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Killed it.
She started having it.
She got a lot. didn't
She's a
she?
big girl. All right. That brings us to Satra. Satra of Stonegate.
Pistol it is.
That's a good one.
Back of my head.
Duck, just on duck.
All right. An 11.
That'll miss. Sorry.
Waboo.
All right. That brings us to the Arcanomancer. What kind of nastiness does she want to do? Oh, I'll tell you what she's going to do. First of all, she's going to get rid of your boar. She's going to try to. What's the AC for the boar?
12.
All right. She hits it.
Oh.
My goodness.
Last one hasn't been hit yet, though, so.
Else hit points. Anybody like low? It's hard to keep track of people's hit points.
I'm pretty good.
Takes 20 hit points. She reaches over and punches him, and you
Including
see
the
that
tip
her
HP,
hand is
100
covered with
for
this nasty goo, and the goo soaks into the boar's skin, and it comes out the piggy squeal, and does not die. Then she turns and hits it with the other hand,
Okay.
and does 20 damage.
Okay, so it had the temp HP, so then
12.
took 6 from the first one after the temp HP, and so 26 to its actual.
Yeah.
I
And it's
wasn't paying
still-
attention
it's
to
still
the
alive.
really long fight, and I rage dropped and I didn't.
Yeah,
I think you're just gonna go ahead and hit it again,
I feel that
Yeah.
like
and that should if she hits, that
that's
should
one of
kill.
those things. Like I try really hard
Yes.
to like
So
keep
she kills
track
it
of
with
it,
3 touch attacks.
Yep.
just because it's your bread butter, you know. It's your thing, but like usually
That's
combat still
great.
not
And she hits
that long.
Oh, actually, giant boars are mutable.
Yeah.
So we
Alright.
always
Giant snakes not going
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
else.
It's like in real life that
Around
boars
the
are like open to a lot of crazy
They really
stuff.
are,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
And
easy.
it got to my turn. And
Alright,
started
so that brings us to
the button.
Harlan.
Well, I heard say that.
Okay, my turn.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna move as far as I can into this chamber.
Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Did Trevor? Did you go this round?
No.
I'm sorry. I skipped right over you and went straight to the Arcanomancer, so it's your turn then, Larissa. I'm sorry.
Okay, no good, no problem.
No
Jethro, go
No
ahead.
good. It's no good.
Sorry about that.
You're good. You're good.
What's that you really feel?
I'm like,
Yeah, close with the lady who's standing by.
Stand in between both of the enemies so you can attack.
Yeah.
Like this. So you can go either side.
Get on either side.
Yeah. Snake weight.
So I should still be raging because I did make an attack, although I was throwing something last turn.
So still attack. Yep. You threw it really, really hard. Because you were hurt. What are you talking about, like
That is a good question.
the Arcanomancer or the Priestess?
Might as well grapple him since you got advantage on strength. Air totals.
One in one arm, one in the other arm. Send locks like.
You know what's going to happen? The one that's the Arcanomancer is going to reach, touch his face with her hands, and he's going to take 60 points of damage.
That is not something
It's
to
going to lick you.
I'm going to take half of it. So.
No, it's.
Let me see here. We've pretty much just been fighting the Arachnomancer, right?
Priestess is
Pretty
almost
much.
dead.
The priestess is looking pretty.
Pretty hurt.
She's hearing the bells.
She's bloody.
Oh, the priestess is hurt.
Yeah, she's pretty hurt. Yeah,
The
that's
Arachnomancer still has like half HP.
yeah. She's,
Does the boar at the priestess still there?
Yeah.
It is.
but it's restrained by web though, so it can't
Oh.
attack. Yes, she finally got it.
Okay, I feel like I would notice that running up
Yeah.
on this. Then yeah, I'm going to swing at the priestess.
Sorry, go for it.
So we're going to reckless attack like always
As you do.
for 22
Okay, that's it.
for 17 magical slashing.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That puts her down. Okay, so the priestess is out. The only person left is the Arcanomancer.
Now I'm going to take a swing at the Arcanomancer since I'm right between them.
There you go.
27 then.
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what the Arcanomancer's going to do. Well, if she gets around to her turn. Yeah.
That is 11 magical slash.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. That then brings us to Arlen. Chris.
okay. Now I'm gonna move in as far as I can.
Mhm.
Yes, I have 30 foot of walking.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. I don't think that's gonna get me in range of what I was originally planning to do.
You're about 30 feet away.
Ice storm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're
30
30
feet
feet away.
30
Uh,
Just barely.
I need to be
You
15.
say ice storm.
feet. How close do you need to be 15?
I needed to be 15 feet from my original plan, but we're gonna pivot. We're gonna pivot. We're pivoting.
You already have a
Magic missile.
backup plan ready?
Yeah. Huh?
So you already have a backup plan ready?
Yeah. It's magic missile.
Hey, yeah.
Max level casting. Scroll all the way down. Cast it at the highest level.
Boom!
Let's see. Well, we might have something else.
Boom goes the dynamite, right?
I'm gonna do.
People have done math on that, and like the average damage of magic missile is like better than a lot of other spells. If
Oh,
you just
yeah.
cast it at super high level.
That's brilliant.
I know we
what
talked
level
about it.
is this?
I know we talked about it before, but like lower level spells are better as their lower level versions. Like the higher you get into the thing, like the damage scaling just isn't there.
D&D Memes is a group that I follow on Facebook, and they were talking about this guy casting Vicious Mockery. He said, GM goes, he dies. His family dies, his children die. In fact, anyone who repeats the word that you just repeated
Yes.
dies. It causes a
Yeah,
whole,
that's crazy.
whole contagion of death across the countryside and
Alright,
people.
so
Oh, wow.
and I guess it at 4th level, so that should be 4, right?
Let's see, it's one more for every spell slot above, second
So it's
above.
5.
So you the normal amount plus 1, 2,
The
3
normal amount is
more darts. the normal amount is what, 3 darts? Or
Yeah,
yeah.
throw 'em
Oh,
out
I
3
thought it
darts.
was, sorry, my bad.
So 6
I
darts.
thought it was,
So level 2 would be 4, level
I'll just
3 would be
roll
5.
Yeah.
So you
2, 3, 4, 5. Because I already rolled 1, correct?
yeah, you did. You just rolled 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget to add your bonus to all those.
It'll be 6 on top of whatever this is. So it was 12 plus 4 plus 6. Whatever that is.
12 plus 4 plus 6. 22. Cool.
Okay. 22 points.
Okay.
That's good. See, it's good damage. Good
Well,
auto
range
damage.
should be slow. And I extended my range. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm so used to my other character where I have so much movement.
All right, that brings us to
One of us
Me.
has to wait last.
I will move forward again. All right.
Can you reach?
Yes, but I'm not using that anymore. I've already
Oh.
moved on.
Yeah.
Moved on with my sad.
Bigger and better thing.
Yep.
He too had backup plan.
So, question.
See that?
Were the ropes magical and did they dissipate, or are they like permanent ropes on the board?
they were webs. So I don't know if the caster web doesn't require concentration, does it?
If it does, then yeah, they're probably just there.
Let me see, because I am unsure.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I doubt it. It
If
requires
it's just like an
concentration.
area of effects thing, then if it creates a terrain situation, then you shouldn't
I
have
think the other one is concentration.
Yeah, it should be fun, probably. Is there a roll to try to break out of the webs, or?
I believe so. Let's see. Oh, it does require concentration.
Oh,
there you
yeah,
go. So
you
they're
gotta
all.
break out. That
It's
makes
gone.
sense because
Yeah. So if you want to break out, it's
In that case, the boar will first walk up to the side of the arachnomancer
Mm-hmm.
and attack.
Pushes.
Man, I rolled this exact number every time. 11 again, so that doesn't do nothing. So there's that.
They're great meat sponges, damage sponges, whatever.
Yeah, they're doing the thing.
All right, and so that was your boar.
Yes.
And what else are you going to do, Sneaky?
I'm going to cast. I don't know if we need a, someone to interrogate because there's more or something. So what I'm going to do is cast polymorph
Mm-hmm.
on the arachnomancer.
What's the save for that?
Wisdom 17.
Okay.
Wow.
And let's see.
Since you can speak to animals, you can interrogate
She
them.
did not make it. So what are you polymorphing her into?
No. I'm going to polymorph her into a toad.
Okay.
She turned me to a toad.
I had a dream about Tron last night.
Now, if y'all want to still attack, it's probably got less AC and probably 1 HP on the toad, so the spillover damage will still be good. But if y'all want to try to capture it,
I don't
know what y'all want
Is
to
that
do.
what you want to say? Like,
I'm thinking that's probably going to break my rage as I try to figure out what just.
Well, you could just attack it. You are raging. I did not think about that. In your rage, you could just squash the frog and
squish.
So the target assumes the hit points of its new form. When it reverts to its normal form, the creature returns the number of hit points it had before it was transformed. If it results due to damage, any excess damage carries over to the normal form.
Or it assumes the hit points of its new form. Wow.
Yeah. And all the stats. The creature is limited in actions to what it can perform by the nature of the new form. If it can't speak, cast spells, or take any other actions that require hands or speech, then it can't. Its intelligence and everything is that level now, so basically.
Oh, wow. Okay.
How long does it last?
1 hour, I believe. As long as I concentration on up to 1 hour,
Concentration up
and
to
my
an hour.
concentration on my board disappeared, so the board's gone.
Boop. So that brings us to Defenders.
I was
I'm
towards
sorry,
the bottom, so.
Elias is next. Yeah. Elias is next.
But y'all can still just attack it. I don't
So
think
what
Toad
we
has
have-
very good
What do we
stats.
have left?
The
Yeah,
Arcanomancer has been turned into a toad.
And that should all be that's left.
Do we want to keep it? What do we want to do?
I mean, you've got somebody who's in the prison area.
Yeah, we do have
already.
a prisoner already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Whatever you feel like, I guess.
I don't know what to do with the
Just attack it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kill it. It has very few hit points right now.
two.
Shit.
Yeah, I will. I'll send the spiritual weapon. It hits.
So you send the spiritual weapon, and the toad looks up right in time for the hammer to go, and that's it. Done. Toad's gone. So all right.
Well,
She turns back.
she turns.
Yeah,
back.
if you attack it, she'll turn
Yeah.
back into a.
Yeah.
Oh, just a dead person now.
No, she'll still be alive.
She'll still have
Whatever
She's-
damage carries over goes to her.
Okay, so roll.
It's-
Well, how much
Body
damage?
Watch is like
Let's see,
force ball shit.
Yeah.
Shoot my head, 21 hits.
Yeah, it has an AC of 11. The frog.
8 points of damage.
All right, so
That's amazing.
it turns back into her and takes 7 damage.
Okay. There you
And then for
go. Your next trick.
Darn your experience.
let's see.
Versus the toad that
I'm trying to
I
block
you
this
just came
stuff
back.
like old school. And then I have AoE stuff. Oh, vicious mockery.
Go for it. Level 9, right?
Yeah, it's wisdom saving throw 17.
Gotcha.
She was answering mockery first. No,
Yeah.
What was wisdom save? You said.
Yeah.
Okay. No, not even close. All right. How much damage?
It is 5 points damage,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
and she has disadvantage on their next attack.
Cool. All right.
Nice.
That brings us up to the top of the round. Then
Shaker.
shake her again.
I just been wanting to use polymorph since I got it, so I had to. I was like,
I'm actually gonna bonus action
This is the time.
Vow of Enmity, so I get advantage on attacks against her.
All right.
She gets put down like the dog she is.
Spider she is.
but she was frog for just a second.
Like the frog she was. 27 to hit.
Oh yeah. Easy, easy.
I'm gonna get a crit. Alright, so that is 5, 6, 7. So that's a 12 piercing. Did not speak it into existence, sadly. And so then that's going to be a 25 to hit.
Oh yeah.
I am going to sneak attack on this one. So 16 piercing. Yeah, and that's my turn.
All right. Let me see where we are on this. She's looking punchy. Pretty bad. All right. That brings us to Satra.
Finish her.
Let's get it done.
I'm gonna shoot my gun.
Shoot her.
Hey.
Roll ahead.
It's good.
26.
Oh yeah. Now we're range.
I think I get disadvantage, don't I?
No,
Because of
no.
the poison.
No.
You don't have the poison condition. You just have poison damage. Is all.
Oh, okay.
You're fine.
9.
Really good.
Yeah, she stuck
Stop
that toe on his foot.
Guess what?
You get that hard foot.
Yeah, dude.
Somebody's got to do it.
All right. Your bullet rips through her shoulder, and she. Okay, and then that brings us to me, Jethro.
And then it's her turn. So if you don't kill her right now,
No reckless attack, attack.
Do it, Jethro.
heck yeah. Triple axe to the forehead.
That's how you do.
18
That'll hit.
or 16 match
Same
percentage.
shelter. She had 2 hit points less.
Nice.
All right, you cut her in, almost in half with your axe, and she drops to the ground, oozing this icky black goo that's her blood. And a strange hush falls over the cave. What do you want to do?
Roll the bodies.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
So there was
Yeah. So you begin heading back towards the village. It takes again about an hour. You get there probably around 1 o'clock in the morning. You're walking in. I mean, you guys are getting tired now. You head to the inn, go to your rooms. Probably are able to sleep for a few hours. Remember, this is the long rest, so everybody's hit points are back. Okay, so everybody's long rested.
Nice.
You've been sleeping for probably about 6 hours. Well, you're supposed to sleep for 8 hours, right?
Yeah.
You sleep a little bit later than you normally do, probably till about 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And around 10 o'clock, you hear a knock on your doors. Actually, it's probably on your door first,
Who's-
Larissa.
Oh, okay.
Everybody's temp HP is gone now, by the way.
Yeah.
I will, I'll put an ear to the door and just try to listen, see who it is.
You don't really hear anything.
hello.
Yes.
It's Miriam, and she says, so I assume that your raid went well last night, since you're home safe and sound.
I'll open the door for her. Yes. Better than expected. We cleared out a den and also rescued a hostage.
Hostage that they had. What kind of hostage? Was it one of the
It's
elves
a-
from here?
No, a Shadakai. So
You say Shadar-kai, and her eyes get this big, and she says, "A Shadar-kai? Oh, where is the Shadar-kai?"
well, he came with us into the
Probably got his own room somewhere, yeah.
Yes.
Or he maybe crashed on one of the floors.
The plan eventually is to meet with the high ups.
I need to talk to the Shadar-kai. She looks really nervous a little bit. I mean, kind of like,
I think we can arrange that.
Taking down whatever room he's in.
Yeah.
you go in, knock on the door. He's probably staying.
I'll take one.
Okay. He's probably staying in Jethro's room. He's sleepy. Actually, he's not sleeping. He's just kind of sitting in the corner meditating because that's an elf sleep.
And I am snoring.
Yeah. You're knock on the door. You've got 8 hours sleep. You're pretty well rested right now. There's a knock on your door, Jethro. That's for sure.
All right. I'm up.
All right. So you get
Yeah.
up, open the door.
Open the door.
It's Miriam and Arlen, and Miriam says, "I need to speak to your guest."
I just kind of look over there in the corner.
Shadar-kai opens his eyes, kind of looks at her and says, "Can I help you?"
I say, it's for you.
And she says, "What brings you to the mortal realms?" And he says, "I sensed the sadness and pain of the High Wizard here after the loss of her family. So I was dispatched to see if I could convince her to come see my patron, or to take the pain away from her." And she says, so at which point Miriam goes, "The Raven Queen wants her." And he says, "Yeah." And he says, "Yes, she's a source of pain and memories. That's something that the Raven Queen, trades in."
Well, when you say once out, you mean like to end her pain and suffering in like a
No, the Raven Queen loves memories. It's what keeps her alive. So either she would like me to take the memory from the High Wizard, or would like the High Wizard to come stay there where she can feel the pain of her forever, or as long as she lives.
How well known is the Raven Queen?
You probably all have heard of the Raven Queen. She's the one who has the sword Black Razor. She's the patron of warlocks. In kind of a general sense, you've heard of. She's not a nice person.
Right.
Lives in the
shadow.
the shadow the shadow realm. Yeah, exactly. You're kind of going, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
the Raven."
Yeah.
At which
guess
point
this is a-
Miriam says, "Well, I'm going to go see if we can get the council in here because we need to talk about this." And so she whooshes out and leaves. So yeah, rest-
Miriam left to go get the castle.
Miriam went to go get the council.
Yeah.
Well, remember, she knows all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Did you go with Miriam, or did you just disappear on?
she just
I
shuffled down the hall.
I'm assuming I'm not allowed where Miriam's going.
Probably
Is
doesn't.
kind of the
That's
vibe.
fair.
No.
All right.
She says, "I'll be back." If you're wondering.
Yeah.
In that case, because imagine I'm just kind of sitting back on the bed.
Mhm.
They had that little interaction. I'm assuming he's staying.
Yeah, he's just chilling. He's
I
not
just kind
worried.
of look over, like, so the Raven Queen, huh?
Yeah, she's my patron. I worship her.
How's that been?
It's not that big. He says, "I'm one of her agents who is sometimes sent to the mortal realms to collect memories and sadness from mortals who would like to be free of that sadness." And so, yes, not a bad deal.
How is that sort of process carried out?
It's a ritual process, but generally we only take memories that are given to us freely. Stealing someone's memories is not as nourishing for the Raven Queen, so stolen memories are not the same.
But in generally, they're usually given. So occasionally, they might be taken.
I don't do that. Some of my
Oh, that's good to
workers
know.
do.
That's
But
good.
I strive to only take those painful memories from people who want to lose them and no longer feel pain. And so I get to take a memory back to the Raven Queen, and they no longer feel their sadness or hurt, and everybody wins. It's just, it's very, you're kind of like, stealing
Very
people's memories. It's
blasé.
just cool, all right? Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Well then.
there's a ritual about it.
Mhm.
Could you tell me a bit about this ritual?
I cannot. It is something that the Raven Queen has taught to me, and that her power flows through me when I do it. So it's it's an extension of her.
Could I do like a little magical size up, like some sort of I don't know, like an arcana?
Yeah, give me an Arcana check. Absolutely.
I just want to get the vibe of this guy and like what's going on. That's an 18.
You get the feeling he's probably not lying to you. He may be kind of some form of warlock, and that the Raven Queen's his patron. Yeah, that's it. You do notice at some point that Jethro, he looks at you and says, "Oh, that's an interesting sword you have there."
I agree.
He says, "Built on the same kind of, I guess, mold as my patron's, the Raven Queen's sword, Black Razor. Interesting. Also sucks out souls and destroys them. Intriguing."
I'm unfamiliar with Black Razor.
Oh, Black Razor is the sword of the Raven Queen, the beginning of all swords that destroy souls and tear them from beings that are killed by it. Black Razor is immensely powerful.
Impressive.
Well, what else would you expect a god to wield?
That's fair.
So probably about 15, 20 minutes comes by, and the innkeeper comes back there and says, "Would you guys like some breakfast?"
Absolutely. That's what I need.
Y'all head out to the common room. You're getting breakfast, tea, ale, fruit juices, whatever you like. There's fruits, berries, bread. You notice they're still not serving meat. They seem to be primarily vegetarian.
Disappointing.
I could go this way.
Disappointment.
But it is good bread, and it's good vegetables and fruits and stuff like that. Cheeses as well. A few minutes go by.
Actually do this.
You're not sure how long, maybe about 30 minutes or so, and Miriam comes back in, and she says, "We are meeting with the Conclave of Wizards in an hour. Get yourself cleaned up. We'll go to the Wizard's Tower. Bring the Shadow Kai."
Okay.
She heads back to her.
Can we bring the drow friend? I have important information.
Probably should. If we leave him here, it might be dangerous for him, so let's do that.
Wait, when are we meeting there again?
In an hour.
An hour.
Right.
An hour with me at the cow tower.
That's it.
That's right. So you guys head back to your rooms. Miriam's already back to her room.
I have 4 treats. Anybody want them? They're the temporary hit point.
Oh yeah.
These
Sure.
ones for you?
They're all ours.
Yeah.
I have 2 left. 1. Anybody want the last
You
one?
need one? Or I'll take it.
They're all ours.
I can take it. Okay, you can take it.
I haven't turned into animals. I need temporary hit points.
There you go.
What does it give me?
That's it.
Do I have to eat it today, or is it?
No, it lasts for. Let me see.
It lasts.
So that's until a long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So Miriam's headed back to her room. She's getting dressed, cleaned up for the day. I guess the rest of you are also doing that as well.
Yeah.
You begin to assemble back out in the common room of the inn, and Miriam's waiting for you, and she says, "Well, if you're all ready, we'll take your Shadow Kai friend." And she said, "What was the name of the drow you rescued?"
Slytherin.
Slytherin.
Sunfell.
All right, let's go. And so she heads out the door. You follow one of the main trails to the forest, and after about 5-10 minutes, you can see what looks like a really, really tall tree. It's taller than the rest of the trees in the forest. And these trees are really, really big. This one's exceptionally tall.
I can't
Wow.
Yeah.
It's bigger. Yeah. After about another 15 minutes, you get to the base of the tower. Around the tower is what looks like a hedge that's made out of thorns. These thorns are pretty nasty looking. They're dripping with what looks like poisons. And there's a man standing there. He's got long green robes on. He's not, of course, he's elvish, so they generally don't have beards. But he's standing there outside the thorns, and he says, "Miriam, I see you brought your friends with you. Good. We must go inside and talk to Reyna immediately." And he kind of waves his hand at the thorns, and just a hole opens in them, and he walks on through. He says, "Follow me. Move quickly, please. The thorns will come back pretty soon."
Okay.
Right.
You head through.
I want to be like towards the end of the little train as go through and like stop as soon as we go to the other side. Just like,
Nothing happens. But about a minute after you've walked past, it does seal back up. These thorns are probably about 70 feet tall, and they're probably about 30 feet thick.
That's
I mean,
a
this
big
is a
thorn.
huge wall. And you're up near the tree. Now the tree itself, the base of it's probably 100 feet around. It is huge. I mean, think giant redwood on steroids. There's a door in the trunk. He walks up to the door, opens it, and you step into this huge entrance hall. It's all wood, all natural wood. You can see like what looks like stairs going up. He takes you to one of the stairs and you start spiraling up the central area. This entrance hall is probably about 100 feet tall as well. You come up through the floor or the ceiling into the next room. This area is kind of at the end of the hallway. You walk down the end of the hallway, more stairs going up, and get to the third floor. And it's just a huge room with a big wooden table. The wooden table is actually part of the floor. It looks like it's been grown out of there. And then there's these chairs around the table that look like they've been grown out of the floor as well. Sitting around the table are 3 people, and there's an empty chair where you see that this gentleman in the green goes and sits down. He gestures towards the floor, and you notice that enough chairs for all of you kind of pop up.
Oh, cool.
Just like that. He says, please, have a seat. Be comfortable. So you sit down. Your chairs are not around the table. They're kind of in a straight line, so you can kind of see everybody around the table. And he introduces himself. My name is Tusaner. I am generally the spokesperson for the group. To my left is another gentleman, and his name is Larathan. He looks like he's a bit younger than some of the others. He says he's the newest member of our council. To my right is Drestranvin, who is one of the wizards in the tower, and of course, the lady at the head of the table is Raina. You see this woman, she's ancient as elf. I mean, elves always look kind of like they've never gotten old. This lady's actually got wrinkles, so you're not sure how old this elf is. She's probably thousands of years old. She's got silver hair, and it's not because that's her normal hair color, it's because her hair is just white from age. She has dark circles under her eyes are puffy, red. You can tell she is just distraught. And she says, let's get this over with quickly. I've got things to do. At which point, when she says that, you notice the Shattered Eye looks at her really intently, and he says, could I help you? And she says, who are you? And he says, I'm a follower of the Raven Queen. I could take away your sadness. And she says, no, I don't need your help. And he says, fair. It was only an offer. He goes and sits back down. And so then Raina looks at all of you and says, all right, what do you want? Yeah, you can tell she's pretty upset.
Well, we need to find a way to seal the Shining Lady and the Shining One.
She Who Rises and the Shining One?
There we go. Those two.
I'm just gonna go throw this out here. I realized it's about 30 minutes ago, and I kind of feel dumb about it. But She Who Rises and the Shining One are solar-powered entities. Rise and shine.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
You realize I've been setting up that pun.
I really wanted to do it like 30 minutes ago, and I was like,
for a year.
Rise and shine.
All right.
Son of a bitch.
I'm so glad you caught it, though. I was going to say a word about it.
Because I've been waiting for like this whole thing to come full circle so I could actually mention it. But now that we're just talking about it, you know, like
You got it. You hit it. Exactly. She says, so they've both been released. Are they in the surface world?
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, they're circling. They're running around.
Do they have their weapons? And
Yeah.
she says,
They definitely have a sword.
so that means that the prison has fallen and the stone table has been broken. Well, then we don't have a whole lot of choice in how to handle this.
Well, he at least has the blade of a sword.
We really can't imprison them again because those prisons took years to prepare. The only thing we can really do is kill them.
Well,
If we kill them, is it the permanent death? Is that even an option for them, or are they just going to reincarnate again and again?
Oh, that's the problem. We don't know how to stop them from reincarnating. And at which point, the Shattered Kai stands up and says, I might have a solution to that. If you can convince my queen to let you borrow her sword, I can promise you that whoever is destroyed by that sword will not live again.
What about the host?
Well, if the host is killed, their soul will also be destroyed. I'm not sure there's any way around that.
that's fair. It is what it is at this point.
You know your queen better than the rest of us, but sort of thing which she.
Oh, I cannot speak for her. You would need to speak to my queen directly and convince her of the validity of the deed.
But as a matter of counseling us on how best to court her, what sort of thing would be
Hey,
enticing?
you can do
to
anything
as an
right now.
offer?
In this moment, you can do anything. Whatever.
I don't know if you are aware of this fact, but there are, in the Shadowfell, there are factions that compete with her, and possibly by eliminating one or several of her enemies, she might be willing to work with you.
So that's a thing we could offer, I suppose. It's not as if we can do it here for these fine elves.
Oh, if you need to go to the Shadowfell, I can get you there. Oh, that's not a problem.
Road trip.
How does that happen?
Oh, I cast a spell.
Okay.
It's very simple.
And I'm still alive?
Well, of course. Now, I will warn you, the Shadowfell is a dark and dismal place. You will have to guard your thoughts and mind well against it, because it will eventually take your memories and soul if you let it. But as long as you guard your thoughts, hold on to those things that you hold dear, you should be fine. And you won't be there for the elves.
Glaze over, staring at the ring of mind shielding in the eyes of his hand.
Yeah, the ring of mind shielding will probably help you a lot.
Yes, yeah.
Well,
And so Raina says,
let us down before.
"Well, it sounds like you've got this handled. So you don't need me anymore."
Oh,
And she stands up and begins to leave. Yeah.
We killed the people.
If
She says, "What? You killed who?"
The drow.
And when you say that, she turns and looks at you and she says, "You found the drow." And then she notices the little drow sitting at the end of the table. She goes, "What is that thing doing here?"
He's our prisoner.
Yeah.
He
Well-
helped us find their location. We're taking him back to do our own justice.
Well, that is the only reason he is not dead right now. And
And coordinates for other places.
He was instrumental in the downfall of
Yes.
this.
We couldn't have done it without him.
if they've been dealt with, thank you. And for once, for the first time, you actually seems like she's maybe not wanting to tear somebody's head off. Yeah.
Might be able to remember the way I will point to some of your people. Your things that were taken are in a cave.
Yeah, a lot of your stuff's still in the cave. It can probably be retrieved down there. I can tell you right how to get there. It's right there.
And so she says, "Well, then I will send our master crafter, Wind, to go collect the things that have been left there."
And who has the coordinates?
But he can find it. He knows his way around.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's got that.
And nothing else will commune with nature again and be able to find it again. She says, "Then
No, to tell her where they're going to attack next.
No, they're dead.
no, there's no more drow left to attack, but except the one guy who's good."
Group somewhere that we can
No.
later.
No, this was the group. Yeah.
Yeah, we all killed half of them.
half of them, and then we went,
Mhm.
cleaned
Killed the
house.
others.
Cleaned up.
So she says, and again, thank you for that. And she leaves, and the Shadow Kai says, "Her sadness is not nearly as palpable now." Well, so to the Shadow.
But we've got 2 kids who are possessed by gods who have seen some shit, so maybe.
Guess we need to go to the Shadow
They
Fell.
absolutely have memories that need to be erased.
Absolutely.
He looks at you and says, and looks at the rest of the wizards and says, "Do you have
That's
a
also good.
circle that I could use for a ritual spell?" And one of the wizards goes, "Yes, I'd really like to see how you do this spell." In fact, because he's kind of like, "Yeah, they're wizards. They've never really seen warlock magic." He says, "Follow me." So they head back down the stairs to the second floor, and he takes you down the hallway through one of the doors, and there's this big ritual circle on the floor. There's some cabinets on the wall, and so the Shadow Kai kind of goes over and starts going through the cabinets.
Is this where we teleported in at?
No, not at all.
Different circle.
Yeah, this is the ritual circle, not a teleportation circle.
Gotcha.
And so he finally gets these black candles, and he puts 5 of them around the circle, and he says, "All right, well, whoever's going, step into the circle, and I'll get you there."
All right, that's it for me.
That's 2
I
guys,
said
right?
the circle, but as I'm doing it, I cast Druidcraft, and I just have pine saps circling the rim, and I just keep casting it.
The drow that you saved, Cernthal looks at you and says, "I really don't want to go."
Yeah, but I don't think you want to stay here either, so hop on in, bud.
Actually, Miriam, could
Yeah.
you teleport him to Stonegate to our allies there?
Miriam says, "I can take care of that." Sure. So she says,
Yeah,
"Come with me," and
fine.
heads down the hallway. You guys step into the ritual circle.
He's still rated.
Satra's now nervous. The guy was afraid to go.
Still needs
She's
to
like,
die.
He lights the candles. They look like normal black candles. You notice he starts
Do we want to go?
he starts talking in this weird language you've never heard. It's not Elvish. It's not Undercommon. It's something you've never heard before. And immediately the flames start to kind of flare up, and then they turn kind of a purple color. You notice that the light in this room kind of dims, and the wizards all take a step back. Okay.
Satra hides behind Jessica.
Yeah, and
I take a step further in.
you notice that the area around you gets darker
Pine sap.
and darker and darker until
Holter,
outside the
Maxwell.
ritual, it's pitch black.
Mm.
Okay. And you're standing, you notice, not on wood anymore, you're standing on stone. And he says, I think we're here. And
You think?
so then the darkness around you
I like
kind of lightens a little bit, and it's still really, really dark. Even with your night vision goggles on, I think most you think you can probably only see about 30 feet. I mean, it's
Wow.
really, really dark. And he says, well, I believe it is time to go meet my patron. I
Is this
hope
a
she
moment of
won't think
darkness?
it was untoward of me to bring you without her permission. And he says that, and you're in this room. It's made of stone. The stone's kind of damp. It looks like it's kind of old and decrepit. Maybe it's a basement, because there's these little windows up at the top. And the windows up at the top on one side smash inwards, and in comes this cloud of ravens. And he says, oh, I don't think she's happy. And the ravens surround him until you can't even see him. And then all of a sudden there's kind of a whoosh. And the ravens fly out the window, and he's gone.
Mm.
What? And that's where we're going to stop.
Mindset.
Uh-oh.
Everybody make a level. By the way, just to let you know, though this is not a part of what we're doing in here, the Raven Queen's prime rival is Vecna.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
But Vecna's not in this game. So we got other stuff to do. Hey, thanks for tuning in for the Saga of Stonegate. If you enjoyed our intro music, it's by a group called Overburden, and the song is Round 2, which seemed kind of appropriate since it's our second podcast involving RPGs. If you enjoyed our podcast and would like to support us, head on over to Patreon and look for Mike the GM. We have several different tiers of support, and one of them actually gives you access to our battle maps, and the highest level tier gives you the battle maps and my Game Master notes. So check us out.